Good morning, boys. Today I am going to discuss registration of partnership firm. Registration of partnership firm is not compulsory. It is optional. If the firm is not registered, there is no provision for any kind of punishment or penalty. But the provisions made in Indian Partnership Act 1932 in such a way that the firms registered, it enjoys certain privileges. If the firm is not registered, the firms will have to face a lot of difficulties. So, in order to avoid these difficulties, normally partnership gets registered. Now see procedure of registration. Procedure of registration. The following procedure of registration is followed. Number one, filling up application form. Application form. Number two, submission of form. Submission of form. Number three, verification. Number four, issue of registration certificate. Issue of registration certificate. See one boy. Number one, filling up application form. First of all, the partners will have to take an prescribed application form from the office of the registrar of the partnership firm in the state. Generally, this application form contains the following particulars. Number one, name of the firm. Name of the firm. Number two, principal, place of the firm. Number three, names of other places where firm has business. Number four, date of commencement of business. Date of commencement of business of the firm. Number five, date of joining of each partner. Date of joining of each partner. Number six, names of partners. Permanent address. permanent address of partners, and next duration of partnership, duration of the firm. See, in the application form, the name of the firm is written properly and clearly, under which name the firm will do its business. Principal place of the firm here means where will be the head office of the partnership firm. Number 3, name of other places where firm has business. If the partnership firm has branches in different places in the different state of the country, the name of the places is required to be written in this clause. Date of commencement of business, on which date the business has been started. Next, date of joining of each partner, on which date each partner has joined the partnership firm. The date of joining may differ from partner to partner. Next, names of partners. The full name of each partner is written in the application form. Permanent address of the partners. What is the permanent address of the partner? That should be written clearly. Next, duration of the firm. Whether the firm is to be formed for a particular period of time or for completing the certain venture or project, it should be written. So these are the main clauses or contents which are available in application form for the registration. This form is signed by all partners. Then the next step is submission of form. After completing these formalities, this application form is submitted in the office of the registrar of the firm of the state, along with registration fee. Along with registration fee. A nominal fee is charged by the registrar for the registration purpose. The next step is verification. After receiving the application form, registrar of the firm makes verification of all the details submitted in the application form. If he is satisfied, then he registers the name of the firm and issues a certificate. And in the last step, issue of registration certificate, if the registrar of the firm is satisfied with all the details mentioned in the application form, then he will issue a certificate. This certificate is called registration certificate. It is the evidence or proof of registration of the firm. Now see next question, effect of non-registration. Effect of non-registration. Effect of non-registration. If the firm is not registered, it will have to face a lot of difficulties, problems or inconvenience. Number one, number one, no partner, no partner can file, no partner can file a case in court against any other partners, previous or present. This is the first. Number two, no partner can file a case in court against the firm. Number three, firm cannot file a case in court against any partner. Number four, firm cannot file a case in court against third party, but third party can file a case against unregistered firm. Effect of non-registration. If the firm is unregistered, it will have to face these problems. Number one, no partner can file a case in court against any other partner, whether the partner is a previous partner or present partner. Means partner has no right to file a case against any present partner or any previous partner. Number two, no partner can file a case in court against the firm. Similarly, a partner cannot file a case in the court against the unregistered firm. Number three, firm cannot file a case in court against any partner. The firm is not in a position to file a case against its partners. So that is the third case. Firm cannot file a case in court against any partner. Next, firm cannot file a case in court against third party. Unregistered firm has no right to file a case in court against third party. But third party has right to file a case against the unregistered firm. So these are the effects of non-registration. That's why the partners take decision for registration. Now see next question. Limited liability partnership. See the next. Limited liability partnership. Limited liability partnership In short, it is also known as LLP. Limited Liability Partnership Act was enacted in our country in 2008. In 2008. So first of all, you see what do you mean by limited liability partnership? A partnership in which at least the liability of one partner is unlimited. Liability of at least one partner is unlimited, and that of the other partners limited. See, the partnership in which the liability of at least one partner is unlimited and that of the other partners is limited to the extent of capital contributed by them is called limited liability partnership. The partnership in which the liability of at least one partner, you may write, at least the liability of one partner must be unlimited. But other partners' liability may be limited to the extent of capital contributed by them. Then in simple language you can write the definition. A partnership in which the liability of at least one partner is unlimited and that of the other partners is limited to the extent of capital contributed by them is called LLP, limited liability partnership. Now see features of LLP. Features of LLP. Features. Number one, two types of partner. Two types of partner. Number two, liability of partners. Number three, number of partners. Number four, registration. Number five, separate legal entity. Separate legal entity. Number six, perpetual existence. Number seven, management. Number eight, withdrawal of capital. Number nine, advance. Number 10, applicability of Indian Partnership Act. Indian Partnership Act 1932. And next, agent, admission of new partner. admission of a new partner. See, these are the features of LLP. You see one by one. Number one, two types of partners. In LLP, there are two types of partner, namely general partner, and number two, limited partner. In LLP, limited liability partnership firm, there are two types of partner, namely general partner and limited partner. Number two, liability of partners. In limited liability partnership, liability of general partner is unlimited. Liability of general partner is unlimited, while liability of limited partner is limited. Limited liability. See again, liability of partners. The liability of general partner is unlimited. Liability of limited partner is limited to the extent of capital contributed by them. Number three, number of partners. Minimum number of partners is 2, and there is no limit of the maximum number of partners. Means minimum 2 persons are required to form a limited liability partnership, but there is no limit of the maximum number of partners for LLP. Number 4, registration. Registration of limited liability partnership is compulsory, mandatory. Registration of LLP is compulsory. Next, separate legal entity. LLP has separate legal entity, that of its partners. Means in the eye of law, limited liability partnership and its partners are separate. They have separate legal entity. Next, perpetual existence. The life of limited liability partnership is more stable as the death, insolvency of any partner, of any limited partner, has no effect on the continuity of LLP. So we can say that there is a perpetual existence. Means the life of LLP will not be disturbed due to the death, insanity or insolvency of any limited partner. Next, management. Limited liability partnership is managed by general partner. Limited partner has no right to participate in management. Withdrawal of capital. Limited liability partner or limited partner has no right to withdraw his capital during his tenureship. He can only transfer his ownership right to other party with the consent of general partners. Advance. Limited partner cannot take money in advance from the firm. He has no right. Next, applicability of Indian Partnership Act 1932. The provision of Indian Partnership Act 1932 is not applicable in LLP. Next, agent. In LLP, the partners or the agent of LLP, partners are not the agent of other partners. Next, admission of a new partner. For the admission of any new partner, there is no need of consent of limited partner. A new person can be admitted as a partner with the consent of general partner. So we can say that there is no need of consent of limited partner for the admission of any person as a new partner. Thank you, Vaj.